Howdy, brother.
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. I haven't seen you in a while. This is the old Goober here, a 20-year plus long friend, and just catching up, hanging out at the lake. It's a beautiful day here.
Yeah, so as you can see in the background, this is Deep Lake. But yeah, like he said, we've been friends for 20 plus, well over 20 years probably.
Oh yeah, over 20.
Because I think we met, what, middle school-ish?
Probably. Little young buck.
But yeah, our families go back 20 plus years, and like one of the following videos here on YouTube of me dropping the trees up in Packwood was actually on their property, which we still have some work to do.
Yeah, I still got some work to do. That you gonna tell them about the whole fishing idea in the tree and how that worked out? Trying to pull it over.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun little. We probably spent more time trying to get ropes in the tree.
Yeah.
Than it actually took cutting the trees down.
Yeah. First we tried to tie on a wrench to the end of a rope to get it up through the crotch of the tree to have a hand on it so it didn't fall back over on the neighbor's place, and I just couldn't throw the wrench up high enough, so finally I went and grabbed my fishing pole and a 1/4 ounce lead, and I slung that thing up there a few times, and on the first one I could have hit the top of Mount Everest. I slung it so hard. Overestimated, but once all the neighbors and everybody started watching us, that's when we got it. And we got that weight back down through the crotch of the tree, tied on the line, sprung it back up, and off we went. He was cutting and we were pulling the thing over, and it went just perfect.
But with
a lot of laughs, and we weren't sure if we were going to get it done, but we got it done.
Yeah, because crap.
Ah.
But yeah, we still have more work to do up there because there's still a few trees and whatnot that you guys are wanting down.
Yeah.
And kind of clear up the littler.
Yeah, we have to hug them first though. We always hug them before we take them down.
But
just,
yeah, so hopefully we'll get more, content, not just here on YouTube, but on TikTok. His phone's actually sitting below mine. We got it propped up with sticks.
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, if you got the will, there's a way.
But yeah, heck, even back when I was a senior in high school, I took your sister to. Your sister?
Yeah. You did what now? Yeah. You did what to my sister? Just kidding.
So his sister and I went to my senior prom together, and then I think your sister and I even went out to a concert.
Yeah.
I think we went and seen. I think it was Danielle Peck, Little Big Town, and Josh Turner.
It's good stuff. How was that? Good times.
Definitely good times, and I definitely like my concerts, and the good thing is I listen to a variety of different music, not just the stereotypical like
Miley Cyrus and
oh.
what are you? You a Swiftie?
Oh no.
I could have sworn I could have taken you as a Swiftie.
Oh no.
Oh.
I can't stand her.
Yeah.
But
swiftly kick her ass off the stage.
But yeah, that's just how, because we actually met because your dad and my dad worked together, worked together.
Yeah.
But he's also doing this trend on TikTok, and he's trying to get me into doing the trend on TikTok, but for some reason I'm more comfortable doing the YouTube thing than I am the TikTok thing.
Yeah, that's the thing here with me too is I haven't done the YouTube thing, so he's showing me the YouTube thing, and we're doing the TikTok thing, and it's all the movement. It's a movement. Started as a trend, but it's actually a movement. I've met some really good people and had some really good conversations, but it's dads supporting dads, dudes supporting dudes, mental health awareness. And you can come over to my TikTok. It's Jimmy Beeman 95, and my YouTube will be Jimmy Beeman 95 as well. And you can come out there, give me a follow and a like, and whatever you want. And if you don't, that's totally okay. I'm just there to give my testimony and struggles I've been through with depression, alcohol, and all this stuff, and how I got up out of this hole and why I'm still here today. And it's just been a blessing, and this whole movement's been a blessing. So Goob and I are out here hanging out and doing this thing together, trying to figure it out. And yeah, you want to go ahead and tell the camera what your channel is and everything for my TikTok, and I can give you a little shout out.
So my TikTok, you can find me at, do the app Brennan Rail, or I think it's Guberto 2007 or something like that. And then, also for the TikTok people, if he takes me on the TikTok thing, if you go to my channel, my YouTube's also linked on my profile on TikTok. So you can find me on YouTube through TikTok as well.
Yep, and any video I put out with him on there, I'll make sure I put a link in the bottom or wherever it goes on the page. I'll put it somewhere.
Up, down, side,
Anywhere. Should I wear my shirt up or down? Or possibly tucked in? But anyways, this just ended. There's a little break because I'm sweating here. Hold on a second.
But yeah, we used to hang out quite a bit as kids. And like when I would go to like the Packwood swap meets or whatever, I'd meet up with them and hang out and camp out on their property. And then we would just hang out and walk to the river and what is it, the Cowlitz River?
Cowlitz River, out here in Washington State. And that water in the Cowlitz River is icy like the water inside this jug right here. This here is the hydro jug. You gotta check them out, man. I mean, you pull that straw up and it looks a little tiny, but in my opinion, it's about average, and it gets the flow right into you as you need it. This here's the hydro jug. I carry this thing around with me everywhere. And you got it for self-defense. You got it for hydration. I mean, it's just great. And if you got a problem staying hydrated, get yourself a hydro jug. You can find it on my showcase on TikTok shop. Jimmy Beeman 95. Okay, end of ad.
But yeah, just figured since we were also out here just hanging out and walking around, we'd find a spot that we can just kind of hang out and just reflect on life or stuff in general, and taking you guys along with us. And I mean, showing support, no matter if it's on TikTok, YouTube, wherever. The support's what keeps us going.
You got that right.
And just, being there for one another, whether you're like us, of friends of 20 plus years, or just out walking the trail somewhere, wherever you're at, because you never know what somebody else is going through or what they're dealing with in their day-to-day life, struggles, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's a good point, because you know, it's not always safe to assume what somebody may or may not be going through. And I think it's kind of irrelevant to when it comes to depression and things like that to compare yourself to others, because everybody's got a different story. And the fact of the matter is we're just all here to support each other. We're all here in this world to do the same thing, and it's to live a life and be happy and hang out with the people we love. And we all want the same thing. And I'm here to support you. You can be here to support me if you want, but I'd rather give to the community than get any takeaways. And I just want to tell my story and hopefully inspire others, and that's what this is all about.
But yeah, you know, and what better way as two dudes, two dads,
Dad dudes.
you know, what better way to spend the day than hanging out with each other and having this view right here.
I think that deserves a gut bump. You ready? Let's go. Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just being there for each other is more than just enough to help. Like you said in that one video with you meeting, what was it,
At work chores on YouTube. Yeah, that's a good thing you pointed out. Ran on. Okay, collect myself here. Ran into At Work Chores up hiking the other day, and he's here on YouTube, and we'll put that link here somewhere.
So I'll link it down below in the description on on here on YouTube.
He's got it.
So if you want to see that video of him, my buddy Jake here, meeting up with him and kind of going over some stuff, like I said, I'll link it down in the description below. But that's also just something that, you know, this movement trend, whatever is doing, is it's bringing strangers together and forming a friendship. And you never know if it's going to, you know, end up in an unbreakable bond.
Yeah, exactly.
Or an unbreakable friendship, however you want to look at it. And that's what we're trying to do on not just TikTok, but on here on YouTube as well. But yeah, I'm also going to try to help him get his YouTube up and going.
And I'm going to help him and other dads, dudes, and anyone, alike or not, going to help support. And we're all in this together. And I just want to touch back on the At Work Chores, Jeremiah. When I met him up hiking, his content's he's helping truckers and with mental health awareness and helping people like me. I ran into this guy on the hike and just happened to start talking to each other, and right off the bat there was quick connections, like common interests, and right away I knew we were going to be there for a minute talking. And go check him out. His name's Jeremiah. He's an awesome dude. You're going to see more of him on my channel as well. Going out hiking, maybe we'll run up a mountain and fight a bear with the hydro jug. I'm not sure, but yeah, go check him out. At Work Chores. You don't want to miss it.
But you know, as we've said before, you know, Jake and I go way back, like well before
I knew how to use the potty. I still don't know how to use the potty, but it's a good thing we're outside.
But yeah, our families go way back. Like we knew each other well before we even started driving. And
yeah, we're not going to talk about any of the driving. I don't think that's safe on here.
But still, it's his. Like I said earlier, his dad works with my dad, and we'd always hang out and meet up, whether it was just meeting at one of your guys' old houses, or Packwood, or our house, or whatever.
Yeah, we came from 2 separate guys, from deep nuts to deep lake. I'm not sure if we can put that on there.
Edit. But it's always nice when you have people that that have the same struggles, or not necessarily. I can't. I wouldn't necessarily say same
Right.
struggles, but
Similar. I mean, like, everybody's depression matters. Everybody's mental health matters.
male or female.
Yeah, and like I said, when it comes to comparing yourself to somebody else, don't. I don't really know how to word it, but I mean, try to compare yourself to others, whether it's good or it's bad. Just I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but just stay focused on yourself and your journey. And you can focus on others and help and support them on their way, but sometimes we just got to sit back and listen and be a listening ear.
Like you said I think on either on your TikTok or on at Work Chores, or Jeremiah's.
Yeah.
I think you said it right on not just we've been talking, and I've felt what he was saying, and I got it's opened up my ears to where it's a listening ear, and it's not falling on deaf ears.
Right.
Or I think somewhere along those lines.
Exactly, and you're gonna find those people out there where either it is falling on deaf ears or it feels like it's falling on deaf ears. But I'm here to tell you that once I started my TikTok page up 10 days ago, I think I'm at like day 11 or 12 actually. But in that amount of time, I've got over 4,500 followers, and not that I'm here for the followers, because the thing is, if out of that 4,500 followers that I have, and they're all there supporting me, that's not the point. What I'm about to say is, if there's 4,500 people out there watching me, whether they like my content or not, if I help 4 or 5 people, or just one person out of all of this, that's what matters. That's what this is about, and that's what I'm still here for. Back in February of 2024, I thought I was going to end it all, and I didn't, and I didn't really know why I didn't in the first couple months after I got out of the hospital. But things in this past month now, here we are in June. It's the best month of the year. I mean, because it's Men's Mental Health Month. I mean, come on, boys. How could I stumble that? But June 2025, and still growing, still here, still improving. Came a long way from where I was, and
we're gonna have a fish
still got
fry.
a long way to go.
Want a fish fry?
That thing is huge.
Yeah, take a look at that thing. I think it's been gone for a little while.
Try to get a bite out of her.
Kiss for good luck.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll my page and my YouTube, I'm gonna use it for my testimony, and I was originally going to use it for hiking content and adventures and weight loss journey, because back in February of 2024 I was 282 pounds and a
bum on the couch.
Yeah, well, a bum on the bottle would put a nipple on the bottle, because I was gonna drink that thing till it was dry. Those days are over. I'm a year and 4 months sober, and still here doing the work, and I know I never want to go back to how I felt in the past. And it was like I don't know. I don't know what happened, but it's like a second chance, I guess. And I'm hoping that the second half of my life, or whatever I got left in the tank, is spent better in the next year than it has been my whole 30 years. I hope I can put an impact on others, because people are impacting me. And there's one guy I want to shout out to here while we're on this topic, I'll put it here somewhere. But his name's ADHD Fitness Barbecue, or ADHD Barbecue Fitness. We'll put it in here somewhere. But I call him D-Rock. He's a boy, my boy. And I just met him this week. And it's like I got a long lost brother, older brother. And he's been helping me wrap my head around whatever's going on right now, because I can't really explain it. But if you guys don't already know ADHD Fitness Barbecue, he's from Mississippi. Go over, check him out. He's got an awesome testimony as well. I mean, this dude just completely moved me. And a few nights ago, I've never talked to a stranger like this in my life, not even a family member. And I sat in my driveway in my car, parked, talking to him for 6 hours about the same thing we're doing here, and all sorts of different connections between laughs, smiles, tears, the whole nine. And he's trying to go through a weight loss journey. He's been down in the dumps. He's climbing back up and out, and he's trying to work his way up to marathons and ultra marathons, and he's already done a half a marathon. So this guy is just inspiring and moving. So again, ADHD Fitness Barbecue, go check him out. He's the man.
So is he on TikTok, or is he on TikTok and on YouTube?
You can find him both on TikTok and YouTube. He's on both platforms. And you're probably going to find him on more platforms one day, because I just got a feeling.
And then one of the other things that I want to kind of add to this journey, or throw my 2 cents in elsewhere, is find hobbies. Whether it's, going on weight loss journeys, or, hiking, adventures, whether it's, you're on a concrete journey.
Something to occupy your mind in general.
And one of the things that helps me is, running chainsaws, whether it's doing firewood or helping friends out with doing tree work, which honestly I'm not the best at doing tree work. I still got a lot to learn, got a lot of room to grow, but I will get there one day. I just gotta, and I've been trying to get out and do more tree work and more stuff and getting better in that aspect of being a chainsaw operator, chainsaw runner, whatever, however you want to put it. But
a chappy guy.
which I actually have those out in the truck too.
Yeah, that was good. I don't care who you are. That was funny right there.
But
reference Larry the Cable Guy, Get her done.
But yeah, it's having hobbies, no matter what they are, whether it's traveling from wherever you're from to a different state, or whether it's getting out and about and spending time, even if you're out here by yourself, spending time somewhere where you can collect your thoughts. And you said it a few times on your channel, or on your TikTok, of how did you word it, of like disconnecting,
like disconnecting what I what I do for myself, I've been doing this over the past year and a half now. Yeah, since February 2024. Actually, it took a little bit longer than that. Now that I think about that, it was sometime after February of 2024 when I finally got my head cleared, and I just knew it was time to do something. And I knew I had to occupy my mind to keep, you know, the negative thoughts out and the depressive thoughts out. But yeah, what I do is, you know, I take my watch off, take my cell phone and get it away from me. Not that it's a bad thing, but I think it's important to step away, to disconnect with technology, to reconnect with yourself. Because if you that's just my opinion, and whatever, this is what I do for myself, and you take it for what you will, but I disconnect myself from the electronics and I go out in a place like this, wherever it may be, and I take a second and I pay attention to my senses, whether that's a touch, smell, hearing, sound. I just focus on all of that, because all this here was all here way before me, and I want to make sure I connect with Mother Earth and her creation, God's creation, and basically ground myself back to what is real. Because if something ever happens and this technology goes away or whatever, I still have a way for me to connect with what is real and around me, to find my happiness. I mean, I'm still processing this, because I found my happiness in dialing myself back a little bit and just taking everything in. Everything went by so fast when I was drinking, and every day was a blur. Years went by. It was like one day I started sipping, and then I woke up in a hospital bed 10 years, 12 years later. So everything happens for a reason, and everything had to happen for me to get to where I am today. And I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm here to talk about it with you guys, here to fix myself. And not only does the support from you guys help me, but me just standing here and talking to a camera and hopefully inspiring another person helps me. It took a lot of time to get over my anxiety and everything to come out here and actually be able to talk to you guys. So that's why we're here today.
But you know, kind of also touch on the whole drinking thing. Like, I'm also, you know, recovering from alcohol. I mean, you can say that I hit rock bottom with the whole drinking aspect of things. But, you know, being in recovery, wherever you're at on the whole recovery aspect of things, it makes you open your eyes. In a sense, it kind of opens up your eyes, opens up the horizon of just being like, all right, there's more to life than just drinking, or there's more to life than just doing drugs. So if you're in recovery and you're looking for open ears, whether it's from drugs, alcohol, I mean, granted, we can't really touch on the whole alcohol or the whole drug aspect of it.
Oh yeah, no.
But, you know, I know, like, I mean, a lot of our drinking stories. I mean, there's a fair share of drinking stories that we weren't part of each other's drinking path.
Yeah.
But a good portion of little bits here and there.
And I gotta say too, we had a lot of really good times, and you're gonna hear about them a lot more here. Well, we're gonna talk about the good times too, so don't worry about that. That's not gonna be all just
Rainbows and sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk about it all. So this is just kind of an introduction, and getting back together and just doing the damn thing.
Doing the dudes for dads and dads for dudes.
I don't know about you, but I'm not doing any dudes or dads. But the movement, yeah, I'm on the movement.
Well, doing the whole, dads. And,
I'm a dad because I didn't do any dudes.
Well, touche on that. But
as I suck on this little thing, let me go put this down.
But but yeah, it's. I mean, like one of the stories that I have has this guy in it.
We switching sides here?
Pancake's not done until it's flipped, right?
He's got a point.
But I think the last time that I got like stupid drunk, like in and out of blackout drunk, I was with you.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are local, to the western Washington part of it, or
I know where this is going.
Whatever part of Washington you have, if you've ever been to the Packwood swap meet and stopped at the Blue Spruce for lunch, drinks, whatever,
Story time.
it was definitely that night, even though that I was pretty much well toasted, more ways than once. Because I think I started out on like four Jack and Cokes. I think I had like 4 Jack and Cokes, and normally you can't taste the alcohol in them.
That's after we stepped in the door of the Spruce. We're not counting the things that happened leading up to us getting dropped off there, so we could have a good time.
But yeah, actually, yeah, I think I had like 2 or 3 beers before leading up to this story. But yeah, then when we got there, I think I started off with like 4 Jack and Cokes. I think we all did a fireball shot.
Probably.
And then after that, I think it was just going through all different beers. Everything from Bud Light to Budweiser to, I think, Coors Light to Space Dust. So we were like literally all over the board when it comes to the
Taste testing for 12 years.
But yeah, at one point I ended up walking out of the bar and I never walked back in because I was too busy leaning up against the telephone pole, puking my brains out and debating on if I wanted to walk back from the Blue Spruce to his property. But one of our other buddies ended up giving me and my wife Emily a ride back to their property. And
You talking about
Katie's birthday?
Yeah, my wife's 22nd birthday. Okay, just make sure we're on the same page here because this is a good one. You gotta listen.
And so yeah, I was
Or don't.
sitting out there puking my brains out for who knows how freaking long, and ended up going back, catching a ride back to their property, and then I think you and everybody else still stayed up there, and then he calls his mom, have his mom come pick his wife up.
Yay, mom.
And,
Sorry.
And
Love you.
He calls his mom and goes, you need to come up here and get the Jeep and pick up your daughter-in-law because she's not doing too good, and I don't think any of us were.
Yeah. My wife's not a drinker. We'll just throw that out there. It was her 22nd birthday, and we're just having a blast. We're playing pool in the spruce, and the place is packed. I mean, karaoke going on. My wife's up there singing the song Turning 22 or something like that. But later on in the night, she decided she was going to take a nap under the pool table. So I just let her do her thing, you know. People are like, oh, is she good? That's my wife. Don't worry, I'll get her back to the place. And we did just that.
And so, like I was saying, is he called his mom, had his mom come pick his wife up in their Jeep, and at this time I'm back at their property, and I get asked. I'm still friggin' like, I went from being like 3 or 4 sheets to the wind to maybe being like 2. I ended up having to help get his wife out of the Jeep, and then I start losing her because I got her in my arms. I start losing her, so I just kind of set her down lightly. Well, after I kind of set her down to kind of try to readjust, she ended up rolling under his dad's truck that his dad had at the time, and was trying to get up, and it was just like kept hitting her back on the underneath of the truck. And
Thought she was down there trying to change the oil, do my dad a favor, you know, but that's not what was happening.
But yeah, then later on, I think I had passed out before you guys even got back. Because I don't remember you guys coming back. So I think
Me neither.
I think I might have been passed out in the tent or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next morning I wake up and, you know, get dressed and come walking out of the tent, and his mom and my wife look at me and go, "So how you feeling?" I was like, "Oh, I feel like $1,000,000 I can go back and do that again." And they're just like, "How the heck are you okay?"
Yeah.
Beats me.
Yeah.
Somebody was looking out for me and making sure that, you know, I didn't have a hangover for the next 3+ days, which has happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Week-long hangovers.
I think the worst hangover I've had was 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And that was after my 21st.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna save my 21st for another time. So I'll get another person in here for that too. I get old James in here.
Whatever happened to him?
He's living life, doing the thing, working. You know,
I haven't seen him for
ages.
I think
He's at a lake today too, having a good time.
I think the last time I seen damn planes. But yeah, I think last time I seen him, we were up above Wilkson.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta go up there again.
And I think there was also a time after, might have been a time or two after that we all kind of hung out. But
Yeah.
that was also more drinking stories. But yeah, I think I'm gonna shut this off, and then I'll kind of edit it down and not make it so long, and we'll keep his phone rolling. But we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Story time, maybe next week.